Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Recovery Lab TV. My name is Chris. I'm your coach and sports therapist. And today is our upper body prehab session, okay? So what that includes is all those niggly wiggly injuries that you kind of get from typical overuse injuries or like rotator cuff injuries or kind of dysfunctions, disjointed joints if you have one shoulder higher than the other, just because of life, the way you carry bags, depending on your kind of work-life balance. If you're kind of rounded here, we're going to try our best to kind of correct all this stuff during this class, okay? First things first, I hope you're all okay. I hope you're having an amazing day so far. Finally, the sun is coming out at this end, okay? Hopefully the sun's coming out where you are and you're able to enjoy that later on. Let me know how you're doing in the comment section. It's always good to kind of see who's here. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Paul. How are you doing? And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, okay? So what we are going to need today is, first of all, a drink and a sweat towel, because you might get hot, you might get sweaty. If you want to open a window or a door in your room or wherever you're training, by all means do so, just to let a bit of free flowing air in. You're going to need one of these little bands if you have one, okay? If not to worry, let me know in that comment section and I can give you alternatives. If you have really, really light weights, and by really, really light weights, I mean kind of 3 kilograms or under, okay? So if you have a 1 kilogram dumbbell, 2 kilogram, 3 kilogram, whether you have little weight plates and you want to use those during some of these exercises, or if you want to use that resistance band, it's completely up to you, but it's nice to have little alternatives. And you're going to need a straight bar, okay? So a little pole like this, say little, as he produces a massive ball. A little bar like this, depending on what you're using, is just for technique purposes and kind of corrective exercise purposes. It doesn't need to be weighted. So if you have a wooden stick, a mop, a sweeping brush, grab that as well. There's no one's going to judge you. Good morning, Lucy. Good morning, Anne. Good morning, everybody else. Depending on what device, if you're watching on the TV, it's a little hard to type, so I forgive you. So, well, all being said, what I'm going to get you to do is come back, get yourself a bit of space. Hopefully you've got your mat out. And now if you want, you can put a cushion underneath your knees just to safeguard your knees, because sometimes it's a bit painful for some people leaning on your knees. So if you're one of those people or you just want to be a little bit more comfortable, by all means do so. It's not a problem whatsoever, okay? You're going to place your hand on your head just like so, okay? You're going to try and come to elbow. You're going to rotate around as much as you can, okay? Then you're going to come to elbow to a watch or wrist. You'll come around again, and then you're coming elbow to floor. And then around again, okay? So it's elbow to elbow, back around, elbow to watch, back around, and then elbow to floor. Just like so. Get that best stretch right at the top. So take your time with that last little section to maximize that stretch. As you're doing so. Sit. Good. One more of each. Big rotation round. Sit. Nice and steady. Awesome job. Well done. So from there, opposite arm now. Okay. Big rotation, elbow to elbow. Taking around as much as you possibly can. Elbow to wrist. And elbow to floor. Sit. Really take your time on that last little section as you rotate around Really try and draw the shoulder back. Not necessarily the elbow, but the shoulder. The more you do that, the more you'll focus on your spine's rotation, but not your elbow flexibility, if you will. Good, last one of each. Good, okay. So from there, if you need a cushion now, okay, grab one. You're gonna walk it forward, you're gonna come down, walk it back up, okay, nice and tall. Walk it forward, down, walk it back up, nice and tall. Proud chest. Every time you come up, I want you to open up the shoulders by drawing the shoulders back. Walking down, just like that. When you come down, don't forget to keep those elbows tight, squeeze those arms, squeeze that bum. Kind of tapping your nose ever so gently on the floor. Do not hit your face. It's the last thing you want to do on a Thursday morning, on any morning. Good, nice proud chest each time. Good, last two. Good job. Okay, so from there, what you're gonna do in that box position, okay, back's lovely and straight. You're gonna come up, you're gonna come all the way around, rotating, coming up as far as you possibly can up your back, rotate, back here, back down, okay? Stick to one side for a minute, okay? You can keep it going as tall as you can at the top, okay? Really get past that ear. Much as you can out the back. Trying to aim for the middle of your back. Ladies, you're trying to aim for your bra strap. Nice and steady. Good, last one. Good. Opposite side, tall as you can. Coming up as high as you can. Especially at the end ranges. So here, okay, you're going to be easier there, and then you're going to try and come up right in the middle. Good, and relax. From there, slide it down, draw it up, okay? Try and get up. Shoulder to the floor if you can. Big rotation round. Good. Swap it sides. Slow it down. Drop it down. Big rotation around. And shake it out. Good job. Grab yourself a little drink if you need it. For those who don't, grab a little seat either like this or on your bum. What you're going to do, you're going to stretch one arm out. You're going to tuck it down like so, stretching out your forearms. Okay, and bringing it up, tucking it down like that, placing a little bit of pressure there so it stretches out your wrist. Okay, so it's there. I'll show you. It's on the side. There like that. Tuck it up. Draw it back out. Big deep breaths. Keeping it going. Good. Swapping arms. So big pull on the forearm. Good. And shake it out. Okay, so from there, what you're going to do, you're going to draw an arm up, arm back, rotating it around, nice and gently, just like so. Coming forward this time. From there, coming in and over, tall as you can, careful of the back of your head. Good, last one. Good, from there, hold it on the other side, coming around. Nice and easy, nice and gentle. Coming forward. Sit nice and gentle. From there, in and over. Gently loosen yourself up. That's it. Keep going. Just get cramp at the toe. There we go. Last one. Good. Okay. So grab yourself a little drink and I'll explain what we're going to do. Okay. So whilst you're resting, if you can, and you have one of these bands, what you're going to do is plant it on your foot. Take your legs nice and wide. You're going to make sure your feet are conditioned in a way that they're slightly away from you, okay? So pointing towards me. That's going to allow that band not to come off. You're going to come up nice and tall, so it's an elbow straight line, okay? And what I try and do is I stick my thumbs out and I try and get a little groove between the shoulder where the pec meets, okay? Got a nice little groove there, and I try and get my thumbs right into that position as I draw my elbows up and then back, okay? Because I imagine, what I try to imagine is in between my shoulder blades, I'm squeezing a pencil or pen, okay, as I squeeze and contract and hold and then release, okay? So each time I come up, I'm squeezing that pencil as much as you can, and you can imagine pencil being really skinny, it means you've got to squeeze a lot, okay? It matters if your elbows are up here, and it matters if your elbows are here, okay? Those little attentions to detail that do make a huge difference and do matter what you're doing, because you're teaching your body to get strong in a certain way. Now, if you're drawing up here a lot, okay, or down here a lot, it's going to manipulate the joint into thinking that it needs to be higher or lower than it should be, okay? You're trying to open it up and draw back and glue it in, okay? You're not trying to change or manipulate any kind of joint in any other way. Life will already do that to you, and that's why you've got the imbalances you have. What we're trying to do is correct it and get strong in a correct and safe way, okay? So exercise number 1, drawing up like so. Exercise number 2, drawing up like so, okay? So arms stay straight. You're coming up there. You're trying to get behind your head. That's the type of height you're trying to get. Now, some of you are going to really struggle drawing up to that position, okay? But I want you to fight it, and I don't want you to then just let it go, okay? Because that eccentric strength, when you're coming up here, your lats are lengthening as you release it, okay? That's where you get that strength, that impact power on there, okay? So really focus on that, right? So proud chest, shoulders back as you do it, okay? Drawing in, big squeeze, just like so. Two more. Straight in now, okay? Going up. If you need to, draw your knees a little closer, okay? Proud chest. Two more. Good job, well done. Shake it out. Nice and tall as you're relaxing and resting. Okay, you're doing really good. All right, big deep breath. Real good. So 5 seconds, get it ready. Go again. So big deep breath. So let's go. Tall as you can, elbow to elbow. That's it. Keep those elbows high. Finish with those thumbs in that kind of shoulder groove. 2 more. So feel it really working now, okay? Set, let's go. Last one. Good, relax. Grab yourself a little drink. Let me know how you're doing on the comment section. Yeah, it's a real burn. It's literally just behind the shoulder blades, just in between. It's your kind of mid to lower traps that should be working. It's your rhomboids, that one between the shoulder blades, squeezing, drawing you back here. Okay, and again, you're going to feel it potentially in your abs, your lower back. If you struggle, if you've got weakness in the shoulders, you draw through, you're potentially going to struggle there, but you'll get there. All right, just grabbing my drink. So, right. This next one, okay? This one is if you have a set of weights, okay? What I want you to do is hold your weights in your hand, okay? Now, you're gonna chuck your band out to the side, okay? Because not necessarily gonna be able to use that. You're gonna go up, draw back, like so. Okay, so you're starting in a big Y shape. Okay, if I draw the camera down a little bit, you'll be able to see it a little bit more. There you go. So, if you're in that position, okay, that's where you kind of hold your weight. You're gonna draw up, draw it here, you're gonna draw back, keeping the weights off the floor, okay? Here and back. Now, although I got my head up, you're gonna have your head down, okay? It's gonna force you to work a little bit more. Now, if you don't have weights, you can hold household objects that are gonna weigh something, okay? Or you can just put your arms up because, as you already know, your arms are gonna be weights, okay? The second exercise, you're either gonna use your dumbbells or your bands, and I'll show that as we go into it, okay? So, nice and tall, Y shape, sit, draw it back, squeezing your elbows into your sides as you're there. So 2 more. Good. From there, coming up into a little box shape, okay? What you're gonna do is, if you have a band or dumbbells, okay? If you have dumbbells, you're gonna come here, you're gonna come there, out, back down, back here. If you have a band, what I want you to do is keep it loose to start with. You're gonna stretch out, come up, stretch out even more, back to there, back down, okay? So it's a little stretch out, come up, stretch out even more, back down, back up, keeping that tension on the band, all right? Okay, so if you have dumbbells, it's draw up, out, back, here. If you have bands, then do exactly what I do, okay? You ready? Go to 3, 2, 1, big draw out, up, stretch it even more. Okay, keep the wrist nice and strong, keep the tension on the band. As you're sitting up as tall as you can. Now, if you're struggling with your knees, you can sit on your bum and just stretch your legs out or cross your knees, depending on. However, your back is dead straight throughout this exercise. Good. Last one. Good. From there, back on the floor. Arms up, holding the weights if you can. Draw it back, keeping them up off the floor. Keep reaching up towards the sky at the top. Okay, try and keep it off the floor. Keep it up there. Good, one more. Great job. Coming up nice and tall again. Grabbing your weights, grabbing your resistance bands. Tall as you can. Stretch it out. Lift up, stretch it out more. Keep your wrists nice and strong if you can. Proud chest, draw it out. Back should be lovely and straight. There, back, here. That's me. Whew. Good, one more. Good. Okay. Chucking it down. Grabbing your bars. Grab a little drink if you need it. Ooh. Almost spilled it. So, first one is a mobility exercise. Okay, what I want you to do is grab yourself a seat. Okay. You're gonna loosely hold this, okay, and allow it to travel around your arms like so. Okay, you're gonna ensure that there's nothing by you, like a sofa, okay, so you don't hit it. And you're gonna rotate it by there. Now, very loosely, am I holding this? I start here, I draw my chest out, come up, I come over, I stretch out, still very loosely holding it, just like so. I'm gonna sneeze again, I can feel it. That pre-sneeze face you make, right? So, nice and gently, proud chest, all right? Don't just slouch, draw your chest out. As you come up, it's just the shoulders that you wanna move, okay? Take it to your flexibility or your challenge. Okay, so if you only get to here, that's fine. Okay, take it to that point. All right, don't hurt yourself, don't injure yourself, don't force it. I don't want to hear any kind of shoulder dislocations or anything like that. All right, so nice and steady. Nice and loose. Good. So big deep breath. Nice and steady. Control it. Don't just whip it round because you can. As you can see by here is where it's tough for me. Good. From there, what I want you to do is hold it directly in front of your shoulders, okay? So your knuckles are nice and strong, your wrist is nice and strong, okay? It's not bent in any such way, okay? It's dead straight. So if you had to put your knuckles down on the floor, you could, all right? So proud chest, you're coming there, as proud as you can, sitting up as tall as you can, you're gonna come up, dead straight. You're gonna draw through as much as you can with that head, but keep that head up, don't knock it down. Draw it up, okay? Now notice how my elbows, okay, got the inside of my elbow pointing towards my head as I'm there squeezing, imagining this weighs an absolute 10, okay? So it's drawn in like that, okay? That rolls your shoulders back and then you're coming up, really pushing back. You should feel it on your back, especially. Try to aim for your crown, okay? Not further, shouldn't be able to go any further. You should feel it mid-back. Keep those arms engaged, so if you're not, draw out there, then draw up. 2 more. Good. From here, place it behind your head. Keep your wrist strong. Keep your elbows drawn in. Okay, so your shoulder blades are glued into your back. Your back is nice and straight, and you're coming up. You're coming there. As you keep that spine nice and straight, which means you've got to keep your neck nice and straight, your head nice and straight. Nice fluid movement. If you have a mirror in the house, okay, try and grab that. And you kind of almost want to disconnect your arms from your body, because your body is dead straight. It's fixed, it's not moving, and the only thing moving is those arms as you're there. Good. Last one. Good. Coming back over, nice and wide, nice and loose with the wrist, all the way over, all the way back. Be the weight of your giant sofa. Puffing that chest out. Good. From there, holding it dead straight again. Remember to rotate your armpits, so your armpits are facing upwards, okay? You've got that torque on the bar. You should feel it wrap around. Your wrist should rotate just like mine. And then I'm drawing my head up and through as I'm doing so, okay? So 2 more. Good job. From there again, a little wider, coming down, wrists nice and strong, elbows in. Okay, it's really important that you do so, and then draw it up. Again, disconnecting kind of almost that arm movement from any sort of body movement as you're there. As sweat drips down my head. Okay, control it. All right. If you get down here and your elbows are back there, I want you to recorrect every time. Okay, that's what it's like. You should be getting hot, should be getting sweaty. That neural system should be working overtime, trying to learn how to move, okay? All you swimmers there, triathletes there, office workers, desk workers, iPad users, sofa layers, everybody pretty much. This is going to benefit you in regards to allowing that shoulder blade to move correctly that spine to be nice and safe and strong, and those muscles and shoulders working the way they should be working. Okay, good. Last one. Good. Relax. Grab a drink. Let me know how you're feeling so far. How's your shoulders? Are they sore? Are they you feeling it in a certain way? How are you doing? Grab a little drink if you need it. Yeah, 2 kilograms feels extremely heavy during these certain exercises because it's just there's such small muscles, right? And all they are is designed to hold the joint in place. A lot of people overcompensate and use heavier weights. And what that does, it kind of forces your body to compensate. Okay, so you start rotating when you shouldn't be rotating. You know, you start kind of using different muscle pathways to recruit different muscles instead of the ones you think you're training. Okay, now if you can do that movement super slow, super steady with a 10 kilogram dumbbell, plates, whatever, then good on you. You know, you're 1 in a million, and by all means do so. But it has to be super slow. It has to be super steady. So you have that control. You remove the momentum, and then that way you can build up the strength. But a lot of people go heavy because they think heavy is better, more is better, and they just bang out reps and reps and reps when the movement quality is poor. Okay, so focus on the movement quality, remove the kind of ego, if you will, and focus on control, movement, competence. Okay, so what are we saying? Takes a lot of control, yeah, very much so. Feel it in your back, good. Okay, so nice little mobility type exercise. Okay, you're gonna keep it here. You're gonna keep your elbows locked in. You're gonna then try and rotate, get it dead straight. Now notice how being in this position, okay, takes your hips out of the equation because your hips want to move, but your weight is sitting in them as they do so. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is, as you're holding this position, if you can, okay, if you can't, grab a seat, sit on your bum, and do it because it'll be just the same as you're there. So I've got a little bit of tightness on that side. Okay, so if you want, just there, drawing in. Now, as you saw me correct there, my elbow is here. I want you to draw that elbow in and rotate as best as you can, correcting each and every time you rotate. Okay, so it's super slow and steady because you're twisting the spine and you're following it nice and controlled. Okay, keep them going. So 2 more. Good. Lose the bar. Okay. What you're going to do, come round all the way, back, all the way back. Now, what it looks like on the side is as I transfer here, this arm will drop. I'm trying to keep it up. Trying to keep my chest up as much as I can. Then you're going to feel it here on your back as it challenges the shoulder rotation. You're going to want to slouch down, drop the arm down, and you're like, oh yeah, I did it, right? Get up there, push the chest out, keep it straight, come back around. Keep it as tall as you can. Really challenge yourself as much as you can. Okay? So let's go. Proud chest, push your chest forward, draw your shoulders back as you rotate. Keep it as tall as you possibly can. Keep that chest up as tall as you can as you can't breathe. Good. That's it. Aim for the top. Imagine you've got a little ceiling where your shoulders are. Okay, you're trying to scrape these thumbs along that ceiling. Slow and steady. Good, 2 more. Last one. Good, from there. Put your palms on, facing towards me, okay? Fingertips on the floor. You come in there, around the back of your head, interlock, squeeze, come back down, okay? Tap. Good. 2 more. And relax. Good job. Well done. Shake it out. How you feeling? Whew. So how many people struggle with that exercise or those 2 exercises? What's they say? Hope means I'm doing it right. So as long as your spine is dead straight, okay? All right, for me, I'm feeling it all by here, okay? A little bit towards the top here, okay? And the backs of my shoulders along here, coming over, okay? That's where I'm feeling it because I'm drawing my chest up. So right as I'm doing so, right by there is contracting as best as I can. As I draw up here, okay, the mid part of my upper back, as I'm kind of coming up along here, there, okay, is also contracting, okay, where I'm weaker on my shoulders, along the back part of my shoulder, as I draw back, draw up, and I'm trying to stretch back because I'm trying to pull it back, okay, is working. It is completely normal for you to feel your back work, okay? The biggest and most common reason for not doing this type of stuff is they do it once and you go, oh, my back's really sore. I must have done it wrong. I must have injured myself. I'll never do that again, right? And what happens is there's a difference between muscle soreness and back pain, okay? Back pain is usually short, sharp, similar to most pain, okay? Also dull ache that is prolonged, okay? The more you're feeling it now is the reason why you're activating the muscles. And if you're literally copying me as best as you can, and it's good to have potentially me there and then have a mirror right next to me, okay? That way you can see yourself in the mirror. You know exactly, well, does that look like me? Okay. And then that way you've got this comparison that you can literally go, right, I am doing it right, or maybe I'm not. And like myself, when I'm rotating and twisting and kind of making sure that I am doing it correctly or giving you a side view, give yourself a side view. Is your back like this? Are you drawing up there? Or when you do so, is your back rounded? You know, are you poking your head forward when you should be driving your arms back? Okay, because our bodies will always pick the easy route, and you will always manipulate it to achieve that. Okay, so it's about slightly twisting and changing your perceptions. You're like, oh yeah, I did it. you know, and then you've like contorted your neck into that position. Your back is now gone here, but because you've gone further forward with your eyes, your perception is totally nailed it when your spine's not straight, your arms are everywhere, or you're bending your elbows. This is the biggest thing I see is the moment it gets hard up here, the elbows bend, the back round. Okay? Same with overhead squats. You see it all the time. All of a sudden, the knees compromise and the knees go forward. The heels come up off the floor, and all these little triggers come into play. And it's just tweaking those things by using mirrors, not for vanity, but for technique purposes. Okay? So, what I want you to do is slide your bars out of the way. Okay. There. Focus on. That's good. A little rotation. So, the key things when you really struggle with rotation is, now I know you're pretty good at this, Kim, so it'll just take time because you've got to think you worked for years and years and years, and now you're trying to undo that because you rotated consistently to one side. Okay, now our muscles are kind of like glue tack in a way, right? When you first use it, it's very stiff and it doesn't want to play. It's not malleable, it's not kind of pliable, and you can't really do much with it. However, the more you warm it up, the more you stretch it out, the more you loosen it up, all of a sudden it'll stick to anything and it'll work, okay? Well, our bodies are similar, okay? First of all, you have to loosen up the tension, okay? Now, that's broken down through foam rolling, kind of stuff like that, massage, self-massage, whether you've got a foam roller, whether you've got an expensive massage gun like this, okay? It all makes a difference. Or when you see someone like me and you have a massage off someone like me, that helps loosen up and break down all the tissue, okay? Then you do this type of stuff, okay? So you do that, then you start going, right, now I need to improve the flexibility, mobility, and then the strength, okay? So everyone I speak to generally has a foam roller, okay? Everyone's foam roller is on the side and never gets touched, right? What we then compromise is we only use that stuff when our back's really sore, our body's really tight, when we have a problem, and then we do it until the problem is gone. What we then don't do is the consistency, okay? So each and every one of you guys should be foam rolling every single day, okay? Regardless of whether your body feels great or not, the only reason why it feels great is because you're doing it every day. The moment you stop, it stops, doesn't it? You know, it's the same with cleaning your teeth. Your teeth are clean every day because you brush them every day. If you stop, then they're going to go bad and decay and all the rest of it. The reason why you're keeping your body nice and healthy is because you're looking after it consistently every day. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you need to do an hour every day, but 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening, before or after a class is significant enough to make a difference and make an impact on your lives. I call it drip feeding. If you consistently feed something into your life, you'll do it. You know, if you say, right, I'll just do it on Wednesday, and also you're busy on a Wednesday, then you don't do it until 2 weeks. You know, so do it before and after, and it will really, really help you. Okay, so take your knees nice and wide. Take your arms as far forward as you possibly can. Sink your hips down as much as you possibly can, and stretch those lats out. And a big deep breath as you're doing it, okay? Big deep breath. So coming up nice and tall, rounding that back as much as you possibly can, coming all the way over, down to the floor. Big press up, stretching the shoulders out. Try not to go like this. Stretch them out as tall as you possibly can. Coming back once more, big stretch out. Oh, bless me. Curving that back as much as you possibly can, coming all the way over, down, big press up. Something's irritating my nose. Right, from there, slide through, underneath, big stretch down, keeping that arm out as straight as you can. Whoa. See it, swap the sides. Good. So from there, if you can, and you have a chair, sofa, a raised object, can't stop blooming sneezing. Oh, what's that about? So sit up as tall as you can, pushing that chest forward. All right, it's going to feel that stretch right in the front of your shoulder, right into your pec, right just across that shoulder joint. Sit, coming up nice and tall over the head, stretching just like so. Swap the sides. Can't stop. And shake it out. Have an amazing day. I'm probably going to be sneezing until the rest of the day. How are we doing? So, amazing effort today, guys. Hope you found it beneficial. Thanks for listening to my ramblings. Hope they're making sense. And if you want to talk about it a little bit more, by all means, drop me a message and I will be happily free to kind of get back to you, explain the kind of reasons why or kind of steps to kind of pushing forward that you should be taking. But yeah, have an amazing day. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow again for our lower body prehab session. It's going to be all about balance, mobility in the ankle, the hip, and then kind of having a bit of fun playing balancing games. So yeah, hopefully I look forward to seeing you then. Have an amazing day. Enjoy the sunshine. Get out for a lovely autumn walk. Get some fresh air. And yeah, take care. Have a lovely one. Thanks for all your lovely comments. Thanks for using that comment section. It's good to see you all kind of bubbling and the conversation going. So yeah, thank you for tuning up, being here, keeping me company as always. If you enjoyed today, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Have an amazing day, guys. See you soon. Bye.